The black market, huh? Well, shit. You know, I tell you, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, but that'd just be a lie. I know a few people. I've never been directly involved with them, so to speak, but a few years ago, they approached me for a job, and I kind of did half of it, and they were fine with it, but let's just say I went for greener pastures. That didn't quite work out. I know a fellow named Julian. I don't know how involved he is, but I do know he runs with the guy. For 1,000 credits, I could make an introduction. We could be all old pals or something.
Al looks a bit shocked, even though he expected about this amount. And
Hmm.
says, 1,000.
Yep. Black market's illegal, you know.
All right, Lee, but only because I trust you.
Well, you know. I might be an asshole, but I steered you straight so far. He kind of gives a bit of a grin. And he says, "Did they water down the whiskey? I thought they only did that on Thursdays. Shit."
Al will shrug his shoulders apologetically. You know, I don't drink. I just got you one.
Oh, yeah, sober as a mouse. All right, well, when do you want to meet Julian? I think he shows up. Uh, oh my God, what time is it? Yes, looking outside in the like broad daylight.
I think what you said it's around 10 a.m., right?
It was around 10. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably closer to 10, quarter after
I would
10 at
tell
this
him
point.
late morning, before 11, though.
Uh, okay, well, shit, where might Julian be? Shit. He pauses for a moment and he goes, well, okay, well, you'll come with me. We'll find him, make an introduction. You pay me my money, then we'll be good. Okay?
Okay.
Give me. Tell you what, he says. You get some food in my belly, and we can get going in like the next 30 minutes. I just need to find some clothes. As he says, as he starts rummaging around the tattered pieces of fabric he calls clothing around his floor.
Al will say, I can certainly get some food in your belly, but it's coming off your 1,000.
He pauses for a moment, stands up, and looks to you, and you're like, really?
You're charging me 1,000 credits. Al just looks at him honestly. You're charging me 1,000 credits and asking for a free meal? I'm giving you
Fine,
a
but
1,000
are you
credits.
all right? But you're not gonna charge me no goddamn delivery fee or anything for it, are
Oh,
you?
no, of course not.
All right, well then, you go find some dinner. Oh, so breakfast? What? Lunch? No, breakfast. Breakfast. You find me some of that. I'll put some pants on, and then we can go. Okay?
Fair enough.
All right. All right. Back with the rest of the group. Patrick, Mila, Tom. What you
Hi.
doing?
Oh, I'm just doing a bit of programming.
Are you now? What you
Yes.
programming?
Um, at the moment, I am going to be trying to hook up a receiver to something that can read the sine waves.
The sine waves?
Yes, most receivers usually go through sine waves.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Of course. Sine
Sorry.
waves. Totally. Roll me electronics check. I know exactly what you're talking
I don't
about.
know what those are either, Inferno. Don't feel bad.
Oh, good. You can do it, but it takes you a little bit extra time. It takes you double the amount of time, so like 30 minutes.
All right. That is actually 7% off.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool.
That's still in the realm of you being able to do it, just taking longer.
All right.
Alrighty. Mila, Patrick, sorry, Patrick, is there anything else that you wanted to do in addition to that? We can do that as well.
I don't want to rush this,
Mhm.
so it is. And I'm assuming this will probably take not just like, oh, an hour, and I've done a complete thing of
Okay, so
reading.
we're just doing it elements at a time, so I can always go back and check with you, and you just work on the next element.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking getting with you again, Mila, Byrne. You're all good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As long as you guys are comfortable just listening for now, we'll get you actively in. But, all right, Al, we can make it very simple. I don't have to make you hunt down breakfast. You can probably just get some down at at the
Okay.
dishonest priest and just bring it up to him. He'll eat it. It's Lee, right?
Right.
So, I never thought you guys see Lee again. And yet here he is.
He always comes back.
He always
And
comes
we're
back
so
like
happy
a
about
smelly
it.
stray dog. All right. Anyway, Lee has put on some tattered brown pants and most of a gray vest and a top coat. And he says, okay. He feels a little bit better. His voice is still slurred. His face still looks rough. His eyes are still a little bit red, especially when they're squinting out in the morning or soon to be turning into like noon light. As he says, okay. Well, last time I heard his main girl is over at a florist shop. What was it called? Lily of the Valley, no, the Busy Bee. The Busy Bee florist. We'll go there. His main girl's name is Charlie with an I. Don't make fun of her name. She hates it.
Okay.
And we'll ask him where he is. And then maybe we'll go from there, okay?
Lead the way.
All right. So he takes you down to the southern end. Oh, actually, let's move over to the New Laszlo map, shall we? That'll be fun.
Yay.
That'll be fun. That'll be different from the main page here for a moment. Okay. There's everybody. So they're at the Behemoth, and Al, you and Lee. Am I going to get the Lee token out? I'm not going to get the Lee token out. It's not worth it. Anyways, you head down to the Busy Bee Florist. There. In which, and now, as you're walking along, people can't help but, like, he's not actually homeless. He's just a drunk, smelly washout is what he is. But there are people who take a look at Lee, kind of give a bit of a sneer, or kind of just veer away from him as he comes closer. Because he looks like a rough customer, right? Especially in this southern area of town, which tends to be a little bit more clear and cleaner and a little bit more modern part of New Laszlo. And you come across the Busy Bee Florist, which is a very nice, simple, striped white and green striped shop with these stunning exotic yellow and black flowers, which are actually still in bloom, even though it is fall and the air is getting a little bit colored, a little bit colder. Lee makes some remark about them magicking up the flowers themselves to make it that way. But there are a few florists involved, and here's the big question. Are you going to enter the Busy Bee alone looking for this Charlie woman, or is Lee coming with?
I guess Lee would have to come with.
Yeah. I guess he would. And as they enter the florist, a very, I'll say around, she's about in her mid-20s or so, red-headed human woman with her hair very long going down past her shoulders. She gives first a big smile when she sees you enter and begins her little welcoming little speech, welcome you in. And as you move aside and Lee comes in, her voice kind of falters a little bit, and she looks a little bit embarrassed, both to you and to Lee, and you're clearly together, and she kind of just says, oh, well, if you need anything, just let us know if you see anything. And her and a stock boy there, who is right now just unloading, keep kind of looking at Lee uncomfortably. Like, if it was a homeless person who entered Walmart, that's kind of like how the staff is reacting to it.
Oh, okay, I see.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Lee says, "Oh, don't worry, Charlie. We're gonna be in and out here real soon. I got a friend here. He was meeting up with your main squeeze, Julian, but you know, he didn't get contact information. We're just wondering where he is." And Charlie gives a bit of a sniff up into the air, smelling mostly Lee, and she says, "Me and Julian broke up 6 months ago. You can probably find that washout. I don't know, probably at the Elegant Tusk, maybe. I don't know. He could also be working at the Bronze Carriage. If you see him, tell him to go to hell from me." He goes, "Oh, okay."
Al
All
would
right.
go up to the counter and say, "Oh, I am so sorry. We didn't know. How about I say thank you for your time? Can I have a bouquet of insert flower name here? I don't know what she has, but
Sure. We'll say carnations right now. They last pretty well over the years.
and I
So
will
yeah.
give my biggest smile and a wink.
Yeah. All right. Roll me convincing charming thingy.
Funiful.
Oh, okay, yeah, that you succeed. She kind of relaxes a little bit, and she sells you the carnations easily enough. They cost 10 credits for the dozen.
All right.
They come in red and white and yellow. What would you prefer?
Combination of them, please.
Okie dokie. Yeah, not a problem. There you go. All right. Well, thank you very much. Sorry I couldn't be any more help, but well, never mind. She said.
I know, and never mind.
Okay. All right. And with that, you and Lee leave the Busy Bee Florist, much to the sighs of relief of the staff there. Uh, checking back in with the rest of the bunch. Patrick, what's the next phase?
All right. I think it would probably take a lot of time from scratch to actually design something that can accurately display activity in a receiver of a radio.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to leave that up to how about um, 20 hours of work?
Sure, not consecutively,
Yeah.
but it would take about 20 hours of work. So you want a display screen, pretty much? You want to make a display screen for the...
I want a program to accurately like give back information about
The sine waves?
yeah, basically how much is going through a particular frequency.
Oh my god.
in all
Okay.
different frequencies.
Oh my god, you might have to start teaching me about sine waves, but sure, I'm gonna go with your discretion there, my friend, and say about 20 hours worth of work would allow that to happen. If you think that's what makes sense, I will not stop you.
All right.
Actually, it'll take 30 seconds. It's really simple.
Just one roll in about an hour should be fine.
All right. All right. Fern's still playing with Puppy. Mila's just doing what Mila does best. Let's get Al and we will kind of speed this up a little bit if that's okay by you.
Absolutely fine. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you try first at the Elegant Tusk. They're kind of closed. No one has seen Julian for a while. And so you head over to the Bronze Carriage, which is a carriage service, pretty much, is exactly what it is. And Julian is actually there, and he's working. And the second he sees Lee, he says, "Go around the back, fellas." He says, and he kind of gives an apologetic look to the manager and the owner of the Bronze Carriage. And you hear him mention about him just taking his break for a couple minutes. He'll be right back. Sorry, boss. And he comes out to meet you at behind this establishment. Now, Julian is probably in his mid to maybe even late 30s. He is a Caucasian human man. He kind of has a bit of a long, not really haggard face, but kind of a gaunt face with these big kind of puffy lips and this really jet black, like pompadour type hairstyle, like almost like he belongs in the 50s. And he's constantly like combing it, right? And he comes out there and goes, "What's going on here, Lee? You don't come down here all that often. I haven't spoken to you like for over a year or something." And Lee says, "Yeah, I know. And it's just this is just an old friend of mine. He's looking for some extra work. He wants to get to know some of the movers and shakers in here. And instead of me just giving him to just any nobody, I thought of you. And I thought I'd just make an introduction." And Julian looks over to you and goes, "All right. Well, what's your story, buddy?"
Well, much like Lee said, though a little less elegantly, I am a mover and shaker myself. Of course, not a new Laszlo, and probably nowhere near as much as your friends. But there come times when someone in our field needs items that can't generally be gotten through normal means, and I am a man of means, and I was hoping my good friend here could introduce me to other men of means.
What do you mean when you say people like you? Who do you work for?
I actually am not really working for anyone, more of a freelance at the moment.
Okay, yeah, but you just said, people like us, things that we need, resources.
Ah,
Who did you work for then?
a mercenary outfit that I'd rather not name, who trained me and gave me a lot of skill and didn't show me any respect for it. So I decided to leave for brighter pastures.
Okay, all right. So what do you do? Freelancer?
Well, by trade, I'm a doctor, but I do a bit of moonlighting when it comes to problem solving. I'm a
Okay, all right. Just a second. Lee, take a hike. Lee's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And he goes, "No, you. I know what you were here. You were here to make an introduction. You made an introduction. You found me. Congratulations. Now fuck off. Your smell is just inflaming my nose." And Lee looks like surprised and hurt at this. But he's.
Can I try and slip a credit stick of 1,000 into his pocket?
You want to do it like subtly?
Yeah, because if he's leaving,
Like
I need
pat
to
him
pay
back and be like,
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you later, Lee, and do that. Okay, do just a conceal check there.
him. All right. Hang on. What is my? Okay, that is going to be 40%. Aha!
31, perfect. All right, well, yeah. So you're able to slyly slip it into Lee's pockets. Do you want Lee to know that or no?
Yeah. I'm going to let him know. Like, give him a little nudge so he knows someone slipped something into his pocket.
Okay, all right. So, but he still looks hurt, and he shuffles off back down, probably back towards the direction of this honest priest. And Julian scratches his chin for a second. And he goes, "Okay, come on, let's take a walk," he says, and he starts heading north up the past his business through an alleyway and to a connecting street. Do you follow him?
Yes, I do.
And when you hit the alleyway itself, he says, "Okay, let's cut the brass tacks, okay? Are you a cop?
No.
Okay, then I don't give a shit what the fuck you used to do, all right? I don't play around with, I do general things, I worked for this band, I fix problems. We want to work together. You want to do something for me. You want work. Then you got to tell me exactly what you can do and be as specific as you like, because I don't know you."
Then I have one question for you. Do you or your friends deal in slavery?
Fuck. No, he says. Are you fucking insane? First of all, it's fucking repugnant. Those are brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers there. Second of all, everyone fucking hates slaves. It's like walking around with a big target on your forehead. It's a stupid goddamn enterprise, and only goddamn monsters deal with it. So no, we don't deal with slaves.
Then I'll be as honest with you as I can be. I'm trying to take out the head of a slave ring. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah?
There was, I don't know how quiet the city will keep it. There was a batch of slaves rescued a few days ago. I was the doctor that was treating them. They were very poorly messed up, and I got word from one of them that I have a possible head of the slave ring. I can't guarantee it's them. I don't want to make a move on someone without knowing it. I need surveillance equipment to make sure that I am hitting the right person. Now, if you don't deal with slavery rings and you find them as repugnant as you say, then what I'm trying to do is nothing but helpful to you and your friends.
How so?
I get rid of competitors. I assume if they are dastardly enough to deal with slavery, they probably deal with all sorts of things that probably would step on your toes. I'm an outsider. I am in no way, shape, or form attached or connected to you. I have a very vested interest in making sure these people go down, and if I fail or get caught, none of it comes back to you.
Well, it comes back to me, kind of, because we're having this conversation. But I know what you're talking about here. Okay. Well, he says, I might know a few people who might be able to help. Maybe. But good causes, they don't pay the bills. So.
Understandable. I am willing to pay.
So what kind of help do you need?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Surveillance equipment, bugs. The smaller, the better.
Okay. All right. You're just trying to find evidence on this person, aren't you? So you can take it to the cops. They do their thing.
No. These people are connected. I'm trying to find evidence on them so that when I shoot them in the head, I'm sure of who I'm killing.
All right. I kind of like you, he says. Okay. All right. Tell you what. You just admitted to homicide, so it's really unlikely you're a cop. So, hey, come with me, he says. He starts walking back to the laser villa, oddly enough. He doesn't go through the front, though. He goes to the back of the laser villa, and he pounds on the back of the door there. And door opens up. Julian gives a bit of a smile, goes, hey, is Teddy in? And the fellow who opened the door, who was this young teenager, goes, yeah, he's just, I'll bring him out here for a second. Tell him it's his old pal Julian. And sure enough, Teddy comes out. He is probably in his mid-40s, balding a little bit. He has a bit of a widow's peak. Has himself just a touch of a gut, not too bad, but he's had a little bit of soft living, so to speak. Pretty broad-shouldered fellow as well. And he comes out and he sees Julian. He goes, "Hey, Julian, how you doing?" They greet. They, bullshit for a couple minutes until Julian says, "Hey, Teddy. I got a need for some very specific equipment, We're looking for some surveillance shit. Here, you talk to this guy. He'll tell you exactly what he needs. I'm not so much on the techie crap, So, Teddy listens and he asks, all right, well, what do you need?
I need bugs. Surveillance bugs. The smaller and higher quality, the better. Preferably ones that can be fitted in computers or have power adapters of their own. I need to bug a house.
Okay, how many rooms?
It's a big house. I'm assuming at least 5 or 6 rooms.
All right, so that's 5 or 6 units. How are you going to power these things?
That's a good question. I'm wondering what my options are.
Well, you can tap it into any sort of electrical source if they have electronics or any sort of generator. That's easy enough. But they probably won't. And if you got to conceal it, then you're probably going to need a portable battery, which it itself has to be very small. that still has a lot of power as well.
I'll say, let me go ahead and save us both times if this is the case, and I'll pull out what I bought from them and say, do you have anything better than these?
Yeah, we got something a lot better than that. He says, that small one that's worth the silver dollar. He goes, I got fiber optic cables that are as thin as a goddamn hair, and they power on a battery that's a third of the size of that entire unit itself.
Al will raise an eyebrow and say, okay, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, so now what I'm talking about is that is not too easy to come by. I know of 8 units that I got, and 4 of them are a promise to someone else. But he looks to Julian, he looks to you, and he says, you pay a little bit more than him. I tell him they got damaged somehow. Sound fair?
Sounds fair. How much are you looking for?
40,000 credits.
How long will these run unattended?
24 hours.
40,000 credits, 24 hours.
For all 8 units, by the way.
Okay. I can definitely do that. Another question, just a simple one. You seem to be more of a technological man. Do you know where I might be able to find high concentrations of sodium pentothal?
I have no idea what the hell that is.
I see. Well, then it was worth a try. 40,000 it is.
All right. You have the money on you?
No, but I can go get it.
Okay, well, tell you what. Julian says, all right. Don't worry. How about we arrange for a drop of the money itself? I'll have to charge you a 5% finder's fee, so we'll make it 40,500. Okay?
Okay.
You meet me back at the carriage. Actually, not there. You know the alleyway that we walked through?
Yes.
Be there 1:30 sharp. I'll meet you there. You give me the payment. I'll tell you where I'll arrange things with Teddy. Tell you where to pick up this stuff, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so everything works well. Your credits work well. You're looking for something else? Maybe I'm a good person to know. Just keep that in mind, okay?
I will.
All right. See you later, buddy.
All right, and then with that, I would say my goodbyes to everyone and head back to the Behemoth. Unless there's something else, yeah.
No, they just don't say goodbye. Like, Teddy goes back in the shop and Julian just takes a hike, so.
All right.
They're not one for formality.
Got it.
Okay. So, back at the Behemoth, then. Patrick, Mila, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Anything new over there, or should we just continue on with what Al is setting up?
Just continue on, in my opinion.
Okay.
My first stop would be to give Mila the carnations.
Okay.
Because I don't need them.
Mila just stares at them and looks at you, and she just goes, "I don't need those things."
And with that, Alicia, at this point, it's around lunchtime. She's come back from her. She's come back to eat something. She has her legs sprawled up on the table, and she gives a snort. Oh, you're laying it on too thick, Al, she says.
Al will
Nora glares at Alicia.
Al will turn on Alicia, get down on one knee and say, "Oh, you haven't even seen me begin to lay it on thick," and then throw the flowers in at Alicia's lap. And then with a bow, he'll walk away.
Lisa gives a snort and be like, "Well, it's not a ring, so I can't give you too hard of a problem."
And then as Al goes, he'll say, "Don't drink all the apple juice. I'm starting to get fond of it."
Nora turns her glare to Al.
Yay, glaring time!
And then with that, he'll try and call everyone together.
Okay.